Okay, so let's talk about 5 ways that you can um, you can fast. Fasting is very important. Okay, hold on, my bad. So fasting is very important because of the health reasons and because of the spiritual reasons. They really killing two birds with one stone when you decide to fast. 5 ways to fast is, well, first of all, consider why you're fasting. Well, when is it time to fast? Um, it's fast. It's good to fast when you are feeling not yourself, not feeling you haven't been feeling good lately. And on the flip side, a lot of people don't get this. It's great to fast when everything is going right for you. When you're feeling the best that you've ever felt, like it couldn't get any greater. That's a perfect time to fast because that is a perfect time for an attack to happen on your life and an all-out assault. Whether you believe in principalities, seen and unseen, the devil, dark forces, however you want to define it, most people would agree. If we're being honest with ourselves, if we're being observant of life, you have to acknowledge the unseen forces and whatever you want to call them, the devil. I call it the enemy. The enemy lurks spiritually and and carnally in the flesh. So fasting is a tool against the assault. It's a tool that everybody should have in their tool belt because of the health reasons, because of the spiritual reasons. And for me, as I've grown in my journey, my physical and my mental, my spiritual, they all go in tandem. They all go hand in hand. Remember ear gate, eye gate, and what goes in your mouth. Those are the take it back to basics. That's what it's always about. What you listening to, what you hearing, what you seeing, what you eating, what you drinking, what you consuming. And so fasting will clear out all of that. So again, a good time to fast is when everything is going wrong for you. A good time to fast is when everything is going right for you. A good time to fast is just whenever on schedule. Should be a part of your arsenal. But don't let it get too routine to where it loses its effect as well in that aspect. But anyway, I digress. So 5 ways to fast. 5 ways to fast is I kind of mentioned it before. Take an audio fast or a media fast. Okay, fast from what it is that you normally would be consuming, what you normally would be listening to, that what normally you would be looking at on social media, shows you might be watching. Take a break from all that. The radio, music. That's a perfect way to fast. That's number one. Number two, I'm trying to go through all this. I'm just off the cuff. Number somebody asked me about it. Number two, a great way to fast. So that covers your intake, right? As far as what's going in, as far as what you have to purge out. You know, if you control what goes in, then the less that you have to purge out. So I covered that first. That's why I said media. As far as the internal, the physical, well, so that covers the spiritual, right? Okay. Spiritual and the physical. Sorry, yeah. So the media that covers your. I said that one first because that covers your your mental, your spiritual, your intake. Unless you have to purge out. Now, far as the actual physical fasting, perfect way to fast, especially for a beginner, especially for women. Women, their bodies are different. It's not always recommended that they fast in the way that a man would. Men, I would recommend every man at some point in their life to do what I will mention in a minute is another way to fast. But especially for women or beginners or people who have the not as medically capable, do a juice fast, a smoothie fast, a juice fast, something like that. So you don't have to go full cold turkey with dry fast or anything like that. Just make you some smoothies, make you some juices, blends, and stuff like that. That's a great way to fast. Do that for 16 to 24 hours starting out, and then go from there. However hard you want to go, what type of breakthrough you're looking for, go from there. If you can do 48 to 72 hours of just juices, smoothies, you're doing something. You're going to see some physical changes and you're going to see some spiritual changes, some mental changes, okay? You're going to see some prayers answered. You're going to see some breakthroughs, okay? If you do that. So a smoothie diet, a juice diet. Number three, so we said your media fast, just a liquid diet with smoothies, juices. Number three is a no food fast. Okay, so you can drink water. This is typically what I do. I, uh, I just drink water, tea, or coffee. And coffee is kind of cheating in a way, I admit it, because it does, for certain people, it suppresses your appetite and makes the uh, makes the fasting bearable, more bearable when you drink coffee. At least for me. So I've had 72-hour fast with nothing but water and a few cups of coffee here and there, and that served me right. Number four is number four is a dry fast, and that's tough. That means no water, no liquids at all, and yeah, that's a challenge. That's one that's really gonna your challenge your spirit and your physical. Well, it's gonna affect your physical, so it's gonna have to take spirit, a will of spirit to get through that one. A dry fast. I've done a dry fast one time for 24 hours. I would never rule out because I never know what type of what God presents to me as a challenge, as a way to test my faith. I'm gonna talk later about being like a chosen one too, because when you're a chosen one, God is always testing you. It just don't come easy. Things just don't come easy for us. They do come easy, but then they don't. I was telling that to my daughter, my oldest daughter. She's a chosen one, I believe. So she just got the light, and so she understood exactly what I mean. Things come easy to her. You chosen things come easy, but then they don't come easy. And if you understand that, if you understand what I really mean, you're chosen. But anyway, a dry fast. I believe I wouldn't, like I said, I would never rule out that I would ever have to do a dry fast again. But I just don't. I gotta have some water at least. But there are people I know who swear by doing dry fasts, who talk about the benefits and the breakthroughs they've experienced doing a dry fast. So I believe when it's referenced in the Bible in relation to Jesus doing a fast. His, he did 40 days and 40 nights. 40 days, I believe he didn't have any water. I believe that was a dry fast. And so you'll have practitioners that will refer to that as far as not having, not having water, food and water, dry fast. That's the ultimate to me. So that's number 4. And number 5 is a combination of 1 through 4. Got to have 1. I would combine the best, for me, the best way to have to do a fast is to combine number 1, which is a media fast, block out all distractions, okay? And combine that with a juice fast, or combine it with a dry fast, or combine it with a liquid, just a liquid water. No juices, no smoothies, just water or tea or coffee. That type of fast. So combining that with number 1, that's number 5. Yeah, so that's my recommendation. I gotta get better at doing these type of videos. It's kind of impromptu. I write better. I write way better than what I can talk. I noticed that about myself. And I really admire people that can really got charisma as far as talking. It depends on where you catch me. If I'm in a certain mode, probably usually when I'm inebriated, usually around about like a bar setting, I have the ability to really engage and hold court and really enrapture and encapture with my dialect. But that's not always the case. Sometimes my mind be going a mile a minute. I got to just say whatever I got to say and I move on. It's my ADHD brain, man. It's my ADHD brain. But I wanted to share that, and I have so the links are below. I do have actually a smoothie diet plan that you can check out. Yeah, check out links below. And also do have a free guide to fasting that I wrote. So avail yourself of that. Links below. And peace and blessings.